What's up everybody, Mr. OG Games here, and today I wanted to discuss with you golems and what I've come to learn here in recent weeks. But first, I want to thank everybody who's supporting the channel, from the subscribers to people that are watching, to my patrons, and especially a big shout out to someone who just donated to the channel. I was blown away, and I just want to thank you. I know they want it to remain anonymous, but hats off to you, much appreciated. It will certainly go to good use, I can promise you that. Now on to today's video. To golem or not to golem? That is the question, and I asked that because of recent talks about how golems will actually hurt you more so than help you. What I mean by that, if we go in, let's look at the golems real quick. Now, golems, I will say this, and I'm going to show you some kind of comparisons too, and then show you some video of an actual attack and why these golems disrupt things. The video was given to me, or I was able to use it thanks to Pixo. I appreciate that. But what I'll do in the video is show you guys exactly what I mean. But let's start off fresh here. Golems, of course, you can recruit every single time you build your wall. You can recruit more golems until you max out at your wall level. Now, golems are one of those troops that are specifically for defense and when your city is attacked. So in most cases, you recruit them, you never use them. You kind of even forget that you have them. Looking at the stats on golems, they do carry quite a bit of HP, 2.8 thousand, but as you can see, their attack and defense aren't so much. I mean, you're looking at a 70 attack and a 60 defense. So what the golems are doing, and I will have these videos that I mentioned playing alongside here, what they're doing is the golems are basically, when your city's attacked, they're disrupting the formation. They're making it to where when your normal formation, occurs during a defensive or even an attack, if you were the attacker, that formation is everything. And these golems are disrupting the odd tier infantry, causing them to not place properly. Once they actually do get into place, if they even do, well, you've already lost anywhere, I've seen on some of these clips, from 2 to 5 seconds. And as we know, 2 to 5 seconds in the game of War and Order is a long time. So that jeopardizes everything else. It doesn't give the proper setup formation for your angels. Angels are heavily affected when this happens, not to mention everything that follows suit on the odd tier formation. So they just can't seem to find the right formation and where to put themselves. I mean, some of them take a big loop like a bootleg in football. Some look like they're almost heading back to the castle, like they don't want to fight. Then they're like, oh, wait a minute, we got to do our job, and then they come back, all for the golems being there. So like I said, looking at the stats, 2.8k HPs, then you got 70 attack, 60 defense. Okay, so let's jump out, let's look at infantry and just see exactly what I'm referring to. Okay, this is your T10 infantry here that I'm training up. The HP is 1.6. okay, so that is lower than the golem by a little bit, but look at the defense. The defense is way higher. Even the attack is way higher. Let's step down to a T9. Wow, still higher on attack and defense. Step down to a T8. Still higher. still higher. Step down to a T7, and then things start to equal out a little bit on the attack and on the defense. Now the HP obviously is nowhere near the Golem, but if the Golem's defense is much lower than these higher tier troops, that kind of balances out anyway, and they're just getting in the way and interrupting the formation. So Golems, are they good? I'd say they were good if you were just starting out a castle. You're new to the game, or you're just starting a main castle. They'll bring you the BP that you want to kind of look big and badass, but they'll also bring some defense because they're going to outplay the lower tier defensive setup. But once you get into your higher level troops, you can see that it's just not worth it. It's not going to balance out on what they are actually going to provide if put in the right formation right away. So Golems, they're getting in the way. They're getting in the way. So I wanted to bring this to your attention because I know a lot of seasoned vets out there saying they don't play with Golems for this reason. I've been waiting to do a video on it till I had some video evidence. I wanted to do it myself and kind of see what would happen when I was hit, to get you guys a report on it. Excuse me. But I went ahead, I wanted to share it, and I wanted to share it before I got any of those reports, mainly because when you get to really a 26 castle level and up, it might be in your best interest to go ahead and shed those Golems and get rid of them. Looking in my case here, as you can see, I've got 11,100 Golems that, if I'm hit, are going to disrupt my formation to the point where I'm going to lose a lot more troops in the defensive stand than I would without them. And not to mention too, it's also affecting the people that are reinforcing you, because they're not going to set up properly either. Now, you might think, well, it's just 2 to 5 seconds, sometimes 1 to 3 seconds. What's the big deal? Well, like I said, seconds are a long time in this game. And if you can take less casualties in just 1 to 3 or 2 to 5 seconds, it will benefit you. Not to mention how they all formate. Your back rows affected, your angels are affected. Lots of troops are affected by this one guy. This one guy right here. He's doing all the affecting, and it can be stopped. So, to Golem or not to Golem? That's the question. That's the question for you guys. I'd like to know what you guys think. I know what a lot of seasoned vets think. That's why I wanted to share this with you guys. If you're new to the game, I would probably, my personal opinion, I'd probably stick with them until I got up to around Castle 26 level. Started getting, well, maybe even before that, when I started training my T8s and above, I would probably go ahead and dismiss them Golems if you're in a position to where your castle can be hit, because it will benefit you. I wish I could tell you the exact amount of benefiting time and give you some more exacts on how much your losses will improve. Maybe one day, if it happens to me, I'll let you know. I'm still debating in my head to get rid of them. I probably will. Just for the simple fact of the evidence I've seen and what I have heard. So there it is. That's your Golems, how they affect your formation. And as always, if you guys liked the video, smash the thumbs up button, and if you haven't already, don't forget to subscribe. And until next time, y'all keep gaming, and I'll see you in the next one.